Hello and welcome to Tokyo Expressway. So the weird combination of expressway made into a circuit. But yeah, so this circuit will have a lot of barriers, as you can see. Actually everywhere is barriers. So let's go through my fastest lap. Yeah, so the first corner has been my kryptonite, as you might see in the coming race as well. So I didn't take it that well there, but anyways, let's keep going. Yeah, so now it's very long straight, and then you're gonna brake somewhere in the region of 100 to 150, so somewhere here just before the curbs. They're braking really hard into second gear, and here you want to hug the line as much as you can but keep the speed up, just feathering the throttle, I would say. And here, once you see a good line of sight, then just accelerate. That's the only place that you can get a penalty there, so if you're not careful. Yep, so here you really need to take the line quite well, because it's a long straight before, so you need to prepare and get as much minimum speed coming out of that corner, which I managed to do. So you can see that I'm only 1.5 tenths up from my past lap, but my past lap was quite bad actually. So yeah, this was going to be definitely an improvement one way or another. So here you just want to roll the car with minimal rolling resistance with the tires there. And yeah, here braking again in between 150 and 100 depending on the wind, of course. Braking really hard, don't go too much to the curb there, so just about right, I think. Managed to do it quite well there. So going upwards a little bit, or uphill a little bit now. Yeah, then after the 50-meter board you want to just release the throttle a little bit and make the car roll. A little bit of brake applied, going in fourth gear, going through this high speed SS, going to left, right. You really need to keep near to the barriers there, and after the 50-meter board just braking hard into third gear and going outwards, keeping the minimum speed and coming to the line with a 155.8, which is a really good lap. So yeah, that qualified me for P number 3, so only 4 tenths away from Chris. So I was really happy with my lap there. Didn't see where that pace came from. During practice I was not even dipping into the 55s, but anyway, let's go to the sprint race. Alrighty then, so let's go to the sprint race starting in P3. So let's hopefully keep this position, or maybe even go further on. Of course, putting all my settings here. Standing start, 4, 5 lights, and away we go. So yeah, managed to get a good start there. I think Chris, his car is always usually slow off the line, but yeah, so I'm already going to now the outside, and then inside I'm kind of thinking where to place my car, because I want to protect my position as well. So I decided to go onto the outside there of Chris just to keep my position a little bit. And now fast forwarding a little bit. So yeah, still in lap number 1 here. So the first braking point here, let's see what goes on. So yeah, Dan pretty much kind of goes to the inside there, so all is fair. Yeah, just couldn't keep up with him there, so had a relinquish on position there, P number 4. So lap number 4, Chris and Dan there had a little bit of a fight going on there. So Chris went to the barrier, so I managed to just squeeze past the inside there, going to third position there. So yeah, really happy with that. But Chris is fighting back, and yeah, I just had to leave him go because he was on the inside there. But yeah, so I pretty much get a good run because of that. And now I'm gonna go to the inside a little bit of arging there. Yeah, I would say it's a little bit of a consequence of that corner in itself. So anyways, P number 3. So let's keep going. So Chris, you can see that I'm taking this first, I mentioned also in the qualifying, I'm not taking this turn 1 at all very well. So I actually adopted a new strategy in the feature race, but that's the feature. But in the sprint here, I'm doing badly. I'm falling down now. P number 4. So lap number 7, now Chris is serving his penalty. So then I managed to get back up to P number 3. Following lap, also the final lap, then Chris is just going on the outside there. Just managed to keep to the inside there and just get back to the inside there. So also respecting Chris as much there, of course, giving him the space. Yeah, but just managed to get in front of him. And yeah, so already going now towards the final part of the stretch. After skipping a little bit, yeah, so Chris is already on the inside here, so I didn't really fight it too much, because yeah, there was a little bit of aggressive move that I made in the past as well, a few laps ago, so I didn't want to fight it too much. So yeah, I just let Chris through there. Yeah, so eventually I would finish making now a little bit of a move there. Not really intended to make that move there, to be honest, but yeah, so Chris still had the legs there, going now to the inside. He's going to the outside, which would now going to be turned to my inside, but I just let go then a little bit here, but just managed to keep in front of Wesley. He was really quick here in the last parts here especially. So yeah, just managed to be sandwiched between them and gain this P number 4. So yeah, we're gonna come up to the line already. A little bit of a bump to the wall as well, just for sake. And Wesley is so close behind me, but just managed to keep the P4 there. And yeah, so a good finish ultimately. So not where I wanted to finish. A confirmation there again. Drop down one position, but it is what it is. Let's go then to the feature race. Okay, so then let's go through the feature race. So finishing 4th, of course, qualifies me for P7 in an inverted grid. Now, of course, with the rolling start as well, putting in all my settings. Yeah, so it will be a soft strategy. So quite easy there to do soft with this car and this track here. So no issues there. Yeah, but let's see what I can do with starting in P number 7. Yeah, of course, the start here is always important, and Wesley just had like a very bad start there. I don't know what happened to him. Did he shift gears wrongly or what? I'm not too sure, but I'm already catching up to him even before the first corner. So I'm now going to the inside, just conservatively trying to keep to my lane there, giving enough space for Wesley, but I was already in front of him, so really good there. And also I think a little bit of bump drafting from him as well. But yeah, position made, P number 6. So the end of lap number 1 here, I'm battling with Anton. So he was in P5, then he went to the inside there, but I just had so much of power coming out of the outside there and just managed to get the position there to P number 5. So good progress so far. So I'm keeping Anton just behind him. I'm going to fast forward now a little bit. So going through this high speed SS here, then coming to this left hand, there's a lot of kerfuffle happening there. Don't know what happened there, and I also kind of banged the barriers there because of a little bit of should have paid a bit more attention there, but you can see even the top 2 guys in front also had that bang there. So yeah, because of this loss of speed, Chris and Anton is going to get in front of me back again. So there's a gaggle of cars now very close behind, or in front of me I should say. So all the way dropped now to P number 6, but now it's going to become, or rather my most controversial moment I think of the race. So here I'm giving a bump draft to Chris, so that was the first bump draft, and here I don't think there was a little bit of a bump draft there, maybe a little bit there, but here just about missed my braking point. Actually I didn't break my braking point there. I'm going to slow down a little bit here. So the 150 meter board, this is where I brake. In fact, I brake even earlier than Chris, but just because of the momentum that I had, yeah, I just went to the back of Chris there. So, and Chris unfortunately went to the back of Turbo Boy, which is my teammate, and he kind of span out of control there. So I would I think raise my hand there and say that I think that's my fault. Yeah, so probably gonna get a penalty at the end, but yeah, that's pretty much it. And you can see a lot of jumping going on there. So I had a really bad sequence of corners, a lot of people jumping, lagging, and because of that I'm losing a lot of positions now all the way to P number 9. So yeah, let's see how it goes. So in the same lap there, the Swiss driver in front of me, so I'm going to give him a little bit of love tap there. So actually I kind of helped him go in front of Chris there, and Chris really had a bad coming out of that corner there, so just managed to get in front of him also. And yeah, I'm gonna have a little bit of a drag race going into the high speed SS, who's gonna win out. So I'm on the inside and he basically gives up the position. And yeah, so going to P number 8. So as I mentioned, I was struggling in turn number 1 there, so he managed to get or rather Chris managed to get a lot of momentum coming out of that. And yeah, so I'm going to the inside defending my line there, but Chris is already made past me. So yeah, braking hard here but nothing doing. So I'm just following now. Let's see what happens in front. So I'm trying to go to the inside there, maybe get back to Chris there, but yeah, at the end I just let it go. So P number 9. So you're gonna see now the Swiss driver having served a penalty, so dropping down 1 position, and I'm gaining 1 to P number 8. So you're gonna see now lag coming in to play again. Lap number 4, Chris and Dan the man there. So Dan the man goes to the inside switchback, so makes the switch move, and you can see a lot of jumping going on, and I just had to make the move there. I went to the inside a little bit of aggression there, but there was a lot of jumping, so I had to make the move. P number 6. Lap 5, I'm just about to give Perry there bump drafting, and just about lost control there as well. A little bit of a barrier banging there, but yeah, just because of that I managed to bump draft Perry past Anton, and also me past Anton. So P number 5. And the next lap there, Perry is going to have a very bad coming out of this right hander here, so he lost a little bit of momentum there. So I'm having very good speed there, so just about managed to go to the right hand side there. The Genesis is usually one of the stronger cars in the straight line as well, so yeah, just about managed to get the momentum past him. So P number 4. Let's now skip to lap number 7. Wesley in front of me there, so I'm going now to the inside. Yeah, just managed to outbrake, and Ben is also coming into the pits there, so managed to get 2 positions there. out to P number 2. So lap number 10 is when I decided to come into the pits. You would see that yeah, this pits is kind of a little bit different because the pit stop is like kind of in the middle of the track. So it's like now like lap 9.5 or so. So yeah, anyways, coming back out in P number 9. So every lap from lap 14 onwards up to the last lap, I was in P number 2 and I was really catching up to Dens, as you would see now, this very time lapse every lap there. Yeah, so I was slowly but surely catching up to Dens, and I just about managed to catch Dens in the last lap here. So I'm almost about, yeah, coming up there, 6 tenths, 7 tenths, very close there. So yeah, this is already my final lap, so let's go through some retrospectives of course as well. So really good qualifying. The sprint race, I think yeah, just a little bit of mistakes here and there, so managed to finish up in P number 4. Okay, and maybe let's interrupt my retrospective. Yeah, just battling Dens there a little bit. His protector is inside there, and yeah, just about managed to do it. So yeah, nothing doing here. Yeah, and the feature of course with one of my faults there where I basically banged into Chris there, so that was pretty much I think my only problem there, but I think good comeback thereafter. And here also battling now with the lead with Dens there, so I managed to get a very good coming out of that corner there of the right hand side. So now I just about go to the right hand side there, and he then just about managed to give me enough space there. So yeah, just about managed to get past there to P number 1. So really happy with that move there. I think it was fair racing there from Dens as well. So yeah, just now have to protect my lead here, so I'm trying to go to the inside there, but I think I didn't need to do that per se because yeah, already made quite a good distance away from Dens there. So yeah, so really happy now with this finish with the comeback. So yeah, at one point I think I was 9th position with all of the stuff that happened after my mistake, and also of course after some of the lagging and something that else that was going on that you might have seen of course in the video already. Don't need to repeat it again. But yeah, so I hope this lagging issue can also be resolved in the upcoming streams, so that we can have a little bit of a better race there. But yeah, so ultimately finishing the feature race in P number 1. How long I can keep that with the penalty looming, let's see, but ultimately finishing in P number 1. Yeah, so just a confirmation there again, P number 1. Yeah, you can see my best lap there, not even close to the best lap that it could be, but anyways, just about managed to finish in front of Dens. So to finish P1, and also my teammate there in P number 3. And of course, last but not least, yeah, that promotes me quite well up the grid. So I'm just behind my teammate there. But of course, as I always mention, I'm not really looking at the standings there. But anyways, a good haul of points there to get back into contention with the constructors, at least for the team. But anyways, thank you very much for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next video.